Good morning, everybody. Thanks for your time on this Saturday morning. As usual, we also very thank you to Dr. Prabhu, who is an epigenetic doctor and willing to spend time to share with us what is today's topic is a bit special. Yeah, is episode 7, gut health. Gut health. And what is gut health related to our terahertz water? Yeah, so it's something we are all waiting for it. Yeah, now Dr. Prabhu is doing the finalize and will give us a very interesting presentation later on. Yeah, so my name is Angie. I'm stationed in Singapore. I was born in Penang, Bukit Mertajam. So in Singapore, I'm right now in citizen already. I was using this device since end of March. And this one gave me a very surprise result, not only to me, but also to my family, to my kids. So for me, myself is very health conscious person. So when people say this is good, I don't mind. I just spend and buy. Then I will try to make it become free. So how to do it? So very thankful to this platform to give us, everybody, an opportunity. You can earn this device free home and without don't have to spend. It's a kind of investment. Firstly, we have invest in our health and our whole family's health, right? Then you have the healthy body to earn back this capital, so-called capital, your investment. Then the next, it will become a source of the income, become a loving care career, that you can do the charity. So this is our eventual goal. We have a healthy body, happy lifestyle, and contribute back to the society, benefit to the rest of people. So of course, we want to thank to George, who is the first person to bring in this device. Yeah, from Shenzhen. He also at the beginning. He at first, before that, he is doing the investment. It's more on the investment. But why? When he see this, he start to feel that it's time to put down everything and just focus on this terahertz water device. It is a high-tech device and can help many people. Yeah. So now it's 10 o'clock. Without further delay, let's welcome Dr. Prabhu and Akansha from India. Akansha is the daughter of Dr. Prabhu. Yeah, right now also using this device in India. Yeah, so we'll pass the mic to Akansha to have a further introduction about Dr. Prabhu. Akansha, please.
Hi.
Yeah, for those that join, please mute yourself.
All right, so I think let everyone just settle down. Please mute your audios as you're joining in. Please ensure that you're all on mute. Okay, so a very, very good morning to each and every one of you, and wishing you all a very happy new year. So today is going to be a very informative session, and let's see what we have in store. And I'll start off with the introduction. So our company is called Golden Hands Epigenetic Solutions. We have been in Malaysia for the last 20 years. And Dr. Prabhu has been running this company in Malaysia with regards to preventive healthcare. So here there is a small quote with regards to New Year. So no one can go back in time to change what has happened. So work on your present to make yourself a wonderful future. This is for each and every one of you. When we are talking about health or we are talking about anything that is happening, nothing in the past can be changed, but you can make a change of the future. And with regards to health, please look into your health and let's see what best we can give from our side so that you are able to make better decisions about your health. So guidelines for the webinar, please switch off your video. I still see a lot of you on unmute. Can you all please mute?
I will mute them the moment I start. I'm not muting all because
I think you can probably mute everyone and unmute me.
okay.
All right, okay. Yes, so a quick guidelines for the webinar. Please switch off the video if you're not in proper attire. Do not interrupt in between by unmuting your device. Do not allow your children to disrupt the flow of the presentation. As far as possible, please keep a pen and paper so that you can write down the important points. We appreciate that you don't ask any questions with regards to medical issues and diseases as far as possible, because it's quite a huge topic and you must meet your doctor to inquire and get more details. Do enjoy the presentations and improve your language and your knowledge, all right? We welcome participants to share their experience after drinking the water of terahertz once Dr. Prabhu is done with his presentation. All right, next slide.
One second.
Yeah. Okay, so introduction with regards to Dr. Prabhu, there are a lot of things that he has done and few things that I will cover today. So basically he is an ENT surgeon. He has been a doctor for the last 32 years and he is a surgeon in the field of ENT, ears, nose and throat. So apart from that, of late, he just got a diploma in epigenetics from a university in the UK. So this is something that is a very proud moment for everyone because very few doctors have this diploma and it's very few people, it's less than about 100 people in the world who have this diploma in epigenetics. So he is called the Epigenetic Wellness Consultant and also the member of the European Wellness Academy. Right? So all of you would be wondering what is epigenetics. I will get to that shortly. So what are the area of interest? So the last 15 to 20 years that he has been in Malaysia, he's been in the preventive healthcare industry. And every time that, we have been looking at things where we are able to help people in a better level, in a better way. And that's where we found that epigenetics is one of the best subject to look into to help people at a cellular level. So epigenetics is basically going to the root cause of your diseases. That means that we look at what is happening at the cellular level, not the organ level. So this is the first stage where disease starts setting in. And this is where we feel that, if you're able to make changes in the first level, everything changes in the organ level. So your body is capable of healing itself and it can do lots of wonders. So with regards to that, Dr. Prabhu has been into hair root analysis and bioresonance analysis. So here what happens is that with 3 strands of your hair, we are able to see about 120 different deficiencies in your body. So based on these deficiencies, we are able to correlate to what diseases are going to set in, what diseases have already set in, and what are the ways that we are able to prevent diseases. Right? So apart from this, we have live microcirculation analysis and live cell hydration analysis. So basically these two are with regards to terahertz water. So what we do is we again look at the cells and we see your microcirculation. So we see how good your blood flow is inside the body, and this helps us also determine what kind of diseases are going to come in, because your blood is going to take the nutrients, right? So if the pathway for your blood is not clear and you have a lot of blockages, there's going to be a lot of issues that you're going to be facing, right? So another thing that he's also been doing is something called as the biovibes analysis and research. So biovibes is basically human energy fields, where people might have heard it as Reiki, Tai Chi, Qigong, right? So all of this biovibes analysis we found to be a very, very interesting subject. So he has checked over 20,000 people, and there are a lot of astounding results where your energy fields play a very, very important role in your overall health, whether it is mind or body. It plays a very, very important way. And apart from that, we are looking at a lot of other things where we have done, Dr. Prabhu has done stem cell research. He's been associated with the European Wellness Academy. So this is also another thing that we have been doing. Everything that we do is correlated with preventing diseases and trying to manage diseases at the cellular level, right? So going to the next slide, let's see what we have in store today. So today, with regards to, whatever that we are talking, it's supposed to be with regards to gut health. So what is gut health? It's basically your intestines. No one talks about this, right? We have very little knowledge about it because maybe maximum we would know that, yes, we have to keep our intestines healthy, but we don't have a greater look into it, right? So gastrointestinal health is basically starting from your mouth and ending at your anus, right? Mouth to anus. Okay, so from the time that we are born till the time that we die, this is going to be continuously used because we are not going to stop eating. We are going to continuously eat, and we never give a rest for any of the organs that are associated with this. So when we are looking at this, we feel that it is very, very important to look at how best that we can keep this gastrointestinal health well. And let's see. All right, so we can see what are the different parts of the gastrointestinal health. I'm sure that we have already learned all of this, right? So we need to ensure that we are keeping all of these things in a healthy manner. Okay, so why is it important? Why is it so important, and why are we talking about it? See, gut health is basically the immune system health. Okay, that means that if your gut is healthy, your immunity is going to be very strong. Okay, if your gut is healthy, your detoxification is automatic. Detoxification meaning throwing out of all the waste in the body. So immunity is basically needed for fighting diseases. We need immunity basically at the time of corona because we want our body to be fighting all the unwanted bacteria and viruses that is entering our body. Okay, detoxification is extremely important because without detoxification, our body cannot work, right? So there are different ways of detoxification. One is through the skin, right? We are going to be sweating. There are many other ways that we also detox. So mostly it is through sweat, through excretion, through urine, okay? And apart from this, what else is important? Along with detoxification, your bowel movements supposed to be very regular. That means that every day you have to be passing motion. If you're not, then it is an issue. That means your gut has a healthy issue. Okay, all right. So beyond this, what else is important? Gut health is also the brain health. So as we were talking about the immune system and we were talking about detox, gut health also helps with brain health and is called the second brain, right? Next, if your gut is good, you sleep better, right? Okay, then apart from that, we have hormonal balance. Okay, good bacteria is optimal in your body and better nutrition absorption. Okay, so all of this is all associated with your gut. So your immunity, your detox, your bowel movement, your brain health, your sleep, your hormone, bacterias, and better nutritional absorption. So when all of this is associated with your gut, you have to look into your gut and ensure that your gut is healthy. If any of this is actually, disrupted, there are a lot of things that will set in, and you can see that one after the other, there will be issues that will keep rising and coming up. For example, if you take detox, if you're not going to detox, the body is not going to detox, you're going to have a lot of toxins in your body. And when we have seen a lot of our patients, there are a lot of issues which arise from toxins being accumulated in your body. So that way, let's look into what are the different ways that we can see and how is the best way that we can look at the gut health. And with regards to terahertz, the reason that we associated with terahertz was that because water is supposed to be the most important thing in our life, because water is 70% of our body and also 70% of the earth, right? So when we are talking about water, it is very important on what kind of water we drink. We might say, yes, we are drinking 3 to 4 liters of water, but What kind of water are you drinking? What is the viscosity of the water? What is the size of the water? What is the structure of the water? This is all very, very important when you're thinking, okay, what is the water that I'm going to drink? On a normal basis, we do not look into all of this, but when we are looking at the cellular health, we need to ensure that we are drinking the right kind of water. And we found that Terahertz is one of the very good solutions offered in the market right now, which is going to help you with many, many things. So by drinking the right water, it helps with detoxification. Once detoxification sets in, you have cellular hydration. Okay, so it is basically a cycle that keeps following. So once your cells are hydrated, your cells know what to do. They know how to get the nutrients to other parts of the body. They know what is to be done to keep you healthy. So we are trying to help the body heal itself. That is what we are trying to do. And you can also help your body heal itself. Get the most of the information that is being shared here today. And thank you so much again. And I'm passing it to Dr. Prabhu to continue with regards to gut health.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Akanksha. And a very, very blessed morning to every one of you. And the new year has already begun. And then we all have passed almost 8 days of this beautiful journey on this platform as a human being. So now Akanksha has given you a glimpse of what would be the topic today. And of course, I allowed her to give a little more information on the GI tract because it makes things much more easier, as she has been assisting me in this field of epigenetics. So let's move into the what we are going to talk today. Let us start off with the first system is your mouth. So what are we going to do? Okay, mouth plays a very, very important role in digestion. So one of the important things what you are seeing here is your saliva, which is produced in your mouth. Now, most of you would have noticed and experienced that the moment you think of food, you start salivating. That means you start producing saliva in the mouth. You know, your mouth starts watering. Now, why is that? Because the moment you think of water, automatically your brain stimulates all the organs inside your mouth to secrete what is called as saliva. Now, the composition, there are 3 glands, you know, very, very important. You need to understand that in your face, under your thing, there's something called parotid on the sides of your mandible here. There are 2 glands here and one below your tongue, which is called parotid, submandibular, and sublingual. There are 3 glands. You know, these 3 glands play a very, very important role in secreting the saliva. Of course, the major components is mucus, amylase, lingual lipase. I know there are a little bit of electrolyte solutions and then proteins and enzymes for your digestion of food in the mouth. Okay, so that means digestion is not something which is happening in your stomach and then below. It starts from your mouth. Now, you need to understand that the moment you are having the food in the mouth, everything starts. That means the digestion, the involvement of the saliva, the salivary glands, even your brain starts working, isn't it? That means it's also giving information not only to your mouth, you know, it is giving an information to your stomach as well. Hey, get prepared. I'm going to send the food down, and then from there, the digestion process will. So in that way, today, even though we are talking about digestive system, everything starts off with saliva, but still, water plays such an important role in our life that terahertz has come down in this market, and it is changing a lot of health issues, making people much more healthier by just drinking this water. Now, even though the water from outside, what you're drinking is terahertz water, there are a lot of other factors you need to look into before you think that your body is healthy. So in that way, how are we going to handle? So mouth plays a very, very important role. Your mouth hygiene plays a very, very important role. Your teeth play a very, very important role in grinding the food. Now, how many of you all know that you need to chew your food well before you swallow it inside? You give an opportunity for your body to make the digestion and absorb the best of its ability with all the nutrients in the best possible manner, for which you definitely need to give a support right from your mouth. But of course, the moment the food goes inside, it's not in your hands. Everything, the body does it automatically. So what shall we do now? Very important. The tips I'm going to give you is to keep your gut very, very healthy. Now, number one, you have to have a fixed timing for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. As far as possible, as soon as you get up, whatever exercise, your yoga, your breathing, all you finish it off in the first 1 hour after you get up. And then you have your breakfast, and then you have to wait for a minimum of 30 minutes before you drink water or even any other drink. So drinking, for example, your fruit juices or vegetable salad, your smoothies, it's better on an empty stomach because it gets absorbed much faster. Number one. Number two, what you need to do is you need to say I love you to the food and say thanks to the food. Very important. You may think I'm very thankful, but always uttering these words definitely will give a lot of positive vibration to the food what you're eating. Now, this is where you need to calm down, sit down properly. Everything is an ambience where you eat your food. Of course, today, if you see a lot of people, standing and eating the food, these are all not the right methods of having your food. In the nature's creation, actually, if you travel to India and see, it was one of the best way of eating food is they will sit on the ground, and you will see they would have put the banana leaf. You would see a lot of restaurants in Malaysia and even in Singapore where they serve the food on a banana leaf. Why? Because there's a lot of positive energy in the banana leaf. Now, this is where you are supposed to fold your legs and sit down and then eat the food. That is when with your spine straight. And when you eat your food, there is a lot of beautiful alignment of the energy field, alignment of your intestinal system for you to eat. Now, this is very, very important. But of course, I am not here to tell you that, of course, most of us are using a dining table here. Now, whichever is convenient, please go with it. But if there is an option for you to sit on the floor and eat, definitely it is a good option. Now, eat as much as natural food grains available within your reach. And as far as possible, avoid all the tin food, packed food, and food from the refrigerator. Especially if you keep the food on a refrigerator for more than 24 hours and then you're going to eat that, definitely it is not at all a healthy situation for you. So in that way, you need to, as far as possible, go with the naturally, freshly prepared food will be an advantage. Now, other than this, what you need to do is you definitely need to chew your food, which is very, very important. At least minimum, how many times? Minimum of 21 times you need to munch, chew it nicely, then only swallow. I want to give you a secret here, especially of such of those who are all diabetics, okay, or it could be any diseases, it doesn't matter. What you do is take a challenge for 1 week. You are going to follow this principle. Whatever food you're going to do, you're going to eat, what you will do, minimum count it 21 times and then swallow it. Chew it 21 times and swallow it. And when you do this, check your blood sugar, check your blood pressure, keep the record. Wait for 7 days. And after the 7 days, if you have followed it rightly, let me tell you, definitely there will be a changes in your reading of your sugar levels, your blood pressure. Because when you're eating your food and you're concentrating on your food and you're helping your body to digest much more easily, your body is so happy, the body will say, thank you so much for giving this wonderful opportunity of helping me to digest the food more easily. You have to help the body. It's just like, for example, you're having a vehicle, and if your vehicle's engine oil is very rough, it's not smooth, the viscosity is not good, what will happen? Of course, the engine goes through a lot of friction. Of course, the engine will get heated up. Now, just imagine if a mechanical object can get heated up like what you see there, why not your body also is the same? It's like a machine. Just look at it like a machine. Definitely, it also feels it difficult for it to digest. Now, drinking terahertz water also is a good option, but only thing is you have to wait for a minimum of 30 minutes before you even think of drinking water. You have to wait for 30 minutes after eating your food. And of course, the other way of drinking water, I'm going to tell it in the further coming slides. Now, while eating, do not watch television or answer phone calls, etc., etc. Very important. Spend at least 15-20 minutes when you are having your food. Very important. This is because most of us either will be watching a movie or will be over the phone, and then we'll be, and the other thing, standing and eating. All these are all not at all a good situation for human health. Now, do not once you get a disease and then you're looking for solution, nobody is going to give a solution for you unless you look at what are the possibilities you went wrong. You have to go back to your backyard, check where all you went wrong, and then correct those wrong platforms which you created. Okay. Now, here as a doctor, I have seen in my 32 years of my practice, I have seen enough of nonsense from the people around, coming in as a patient, coming in as friends, coming in as relatives, who have come and seen me not only as a patient, as a normal human being as well. They put everything on the long platform, and finally when the disease comes in, they come to us and they expect us to do miracles. No miracle will happen unless you look into and you correct it. So as a doctor, I do not know what kind of path you have taken until today. So you need to work on it. Doesn't matter even if you have done whatever the wrong situation or a platform previously, doesn't matter. Start something today. Let's do something beneficial for the body. The body is so beautiful, it is a vehicle. Look into it, and as far as possible, be calm. And when you're eating your food, in peace, with lot of gratitude. Gratitude to whom? The food what you're eating, the people who prepared for you. And just imagine, even if you are taking one grain of rice, you're eating the food. Imagine, how many people are involved in for you to eat that rice. It starts from the farmer who sows the seeds, and from the seed the plant grows, and then the rice is harvested, then it is taken out, then he gets it up, then he gives it to the middleman, then they bring it out, wholesalers. Then from there you will go to the Giant or a Tesco retailing, where you pick your rice. There are so many people involved in transporting the rice, and from there you bring it. And just even cooking a rice, imagine your stove. Who manufactured the stove? The gas. Who gave you the gas? Of course, there are so many people involved in it. So in that way, if you see, just for one situation of cooking your food, there are more than 500 people involved for you to eat the food. Have you ever thought of it? So you need to have a lot of gratitude. So when you have a lot of gratitude and you are in peace when you are eating your food, let me tell you, every one of us on this planet Earth can be definitely healthy. Do you know one thing, that in those days, I'm not talking about in the past 100 years, I'm talking about maybe 500,000 years, the kings were the one who were ruling there. Now, there was a situation, especially in India, what they used to do is they used to appoint it would be Ayurvedic doctors, or even doctors who are, trained in the natural way of healing. What the king will give a command and the instruction to the doctor is, you see to that there are no subjects who fall sick. That means if there are 100 people, and if there are 100 people very healthy, then he gets it full salary. If one person is sick, for example, it's 99 people healthy, one person sick, immediately the king will reduce his salary. Now imagine if the salary is reduced for this particular person as a doctor, if 100 people out of that 90 people are sick, do you think he will get a salary? No way. So this is where you need to understand, it was a reverse thing which was done previously. But today, if you're a super specialist, of course, you're paid the highest. It's the other way around. But of course, there also, it is maintaining of a disease. And then it's a different ball game. But individually, when you look at, you all take responsibility to have a good, healthy gut so that you can move forward. Okay. Now, what is the next one? Being healthy with the optimized health is your choice. Optimized health means what? Make the best of your abilities to give your body the best situation. Probably good air, good water, good food, good thoughts, good ambience. All these are all very, very important. Now, when you give everything in one as a holistic manner, everything starts falling in place. Now, if your body can heal itself from any external threats, then your body is healthy. That's it. Very simple. Forget about COVID. COVID is not at all a big issue. Right now, of course, the whole world is talking about COVID, and then we are all definitely looking into it. But what I would say is, as long as you are a healthy individual, why are you bothered? Have you taken the steps for you to be healthy? This is very important. Now, other than that, Many a times we will be able to hear from people saying, at 50 years, I'm okay, I have no problem, I'm very healthy. Yeah. But at 52 years, doctors would say you have cancer stage 4. Now, in this 2 years, how did the cancer come in? Is it because in the 2 years only the cancer has happened? No, it is not. So that means to say, just because you don't have a disease, that doesn't mean you are healthy, unless you go at the cellular level and then look into the cellular health, and then we work on it. Can you believe, for you to get the cellular health, it takes minimum of 2 years. 2 years. For me, it took 2 years for me to come to this level of course, when I do my assessment, of course, it has gone up to the assessment is almost 90. Below 70 means you are not healthy. So you need to have a very, very balanced body, mind, sport, spiritually, financially, socially. You need to be healthy. It's a package. It's not one at all. You have to have everything together. Now, this is once again a very simple, we are all a drop in the ocean, and what we have learned and whatever you're learning from me on this platform, this is the 7th time I'm coming back on the Saturday morning. It's a very, very little information what I'm saying, what I'm giving. And these are all my personalized, beautiful journey of 32 years in my medical field. I picked up a lot of, and my passion is always giving up the good things to the people so that you become healthy, and the blessings and the good things will automatically flow in. So whatever knowledge you have is only a drop. So please collect as much as of information. Like Dr. Prabhu, there are thousands of doctors, there are thousands of healers, there are thousands of beautiful souls out there. At this joint, I definitely wish to extend my fantastic and humble thanks to Mr. Frankie, Mr. Eddie, Mr. Neo, and even Mr. Wong from our Terahertz company. They are all doing a great job. They are all like a drop in the ocean, but that particular drop of assistance is really, really doing a great job to so many people. Now, what do we know? Akanksha already covered this. We are all 70%, so I wouldn't go further. But this is something which you all need to look into. Is cell is the first stage, tissues are the second stage. All the tissues put together is an organ. An organ, once again, all together is your human body. There are just 4 simple steps you need to understand. You get a disease at the organ level, but the disease starts at the cellular level. Have you ever thought, just close down the cell and the tissue? Do you think that the diseases started at the organ level directly? No, it is started at the cellular level. But we are trained as a medical doctors to check your blood, check your whatever X-rays, MRI, CD scan at the organ level. We pick up a lot of things, and of course, when we do a cell tissue culture, we do see the disease at the cellular level. Yes, but already the diseases are already set in. So here, what you need to do is, if at all you're looking at, you want to be healthy, please go back to your cellular health. Now, cellular health starts with everything from step 1, right from the GI head, as I told you, from the mouth until the external situation where it clears out, your mindset, your water, your food, what you take, very, very important. Everything plays a very important role, and then it all works at the cellular level. So look into it, and definitely everything what you do must change at the cellular level. So if you're starting today, please take minimum 2 to 3 years of time before you really can see some really, really good health in you. Now, other than that, what you need to do, good health and water is an integral part of our body. See, without food, we still can live, but without water, we won't be able to live. So in that way, drinking the appropriate amount of water with the right properties and the molecular structure can assist your body to heal itself on its own. So you need to work on the, what do you say, definitely work on the appropriate amount of water to be drank on an everyday scale, so that it helps your body to heal, which is very, very important. Now start looking at it, and as we go on, what is the benefit? What are the benefits of drinking water? Now, very simple. What are the functions of water? Simple. It carries nutrients to all the cells in our body. It carries the oxygen to our body. It helps to regulate the body temperature. It helps to regulate the electrolyte balances in our body. Now, of course, other function is moistening, lubrication, helps in digestion. Now, digestion, GI system, of course, you just imagine, this is something where today it was in the morning when I was preparing the slide, I felt, okay, water is such an important ingredient wherein it definitely flushes out toxins and waste, correct or not? Okay, now then if water is going to help you to clean everything up, then why are you using the soap to clean your vessels? See, for example, you're eating a chicken curry or mutton curry or whatever food you're eating. If water can do the job, just visualize. If water can do everything what it is supposed to, especially the flushing of toxins and waste, you just go put your plate under the water and it should be cleaning, right? No, you are going to use soap to clean the vessel. Why? Because the oily stuff doesn't go away. Not only the oily stuff, there are some, like for example, if you are a mechanic, the grease what it sticks, there are special cleaning agents to clean your hand, you know. So when these are the things for external, you have to just visualize that if you're going to eat the same food what you eat in the plate goes inside also. Now how your body is going to clean it up, just imagine. Are you putting some soap powder inside your mouth and then asking your body to clean? No, isn't it? How is your body going to clean? So that means to say there are mechanisms in our body which will automatically be generated by our own body system to clean it. But if it is not possible to clean, what the body will say, sorry, I am not able to clean, let the waste products be inside. Now this is a very, very important area wherein when the toxin gets collected over a period of time, it all happens from 1 year to 50 years. You know, it's a very, very slow process. And when the toxins are collected to the maximum amount wherein the body cannot play a very important role, what will happen? You will start getting aches and pains. There can be some blood flow problem. There can be some little bit of vision being very low. You may have a little bit of, taste not very good. Your hearing may be affected. No, there are so many factors. Just in the morning, I saw one video. One African lady was giving a testimony on after drinking the Terahertz water. She was telling she had all the aches and pains, and then for so many years, and after surgery, after drinking the water, she got the benefit that the pain has come down. Now, what is happening? Just visualize. Okay, very simple. This person probably would have had all the toxic elements in her body. Now, as she drank the water, the toxin started getting diluted. Now, the situation is, has the toxin really thrown out of the body? No, I don't think so. It is only an initial stage where this person feels the benefit that because the dilution of the pain releasing situation, the moment our water goes inside, it just dilutes, and then slowly, probably there is a detoxification happening, and that's where she feels the benefit. But we are looking at in a long run. If you take 100 women or persons like this who all had the pain, who all underwent the surgery, the same circumstances, and everybody drinks the same terahertz water, do you think that all the 100 people will get the same benefit? No. It will be only 2 to 3% of the people who will see the benefits, but I may give with terahertz water, another 10 to 20% people will be definitely benefited. But the remaining 80%, how much of toxins, how much of waste materials inside the body, what kind of nutrients are they taking? We do not know. So in this way, do not look that just because you're drinking terahertz water, your diseases is going to clear away. No, work on your body. The body will speak to you what nutrients you need. It will speak to you. You have to take the right food habits. Very, very important. So here, flushing of toxins is an important part of function of our terahertz water. It will do, I assure you, but at the same time, you need to look at other factors which are all important. Now, this is a very, very important slide. You all have to just visualize. Number one, hydration plays a very crucial in our bodily function. Underhydration is no good. The same way, overhydration is also no good for your body. Now, what are you talking about hydration? Now, how much of hydration water is there in your body? Let's example, take 70 kgs human being. They have 42 liters of water. Have you all tried carrying a 5 liter of can separately in your hand? Have you tried? No, isn't it? Try it out. Maybe you increase it to 10 liters and then carry it and see. It will be so heavy, But your body is having 42 liters of water inside and you don't even feel it. Now, how is that? It's just like the ship wherein the buoyancy is there, wherein automatically the huge ship can carry as much as possible. The same way, there are a lot of beautiful mechanisms in the creation that we don't feel that we are so heavy, especially with 42 liters of water inside. In that, can you see 28 liters of water is in the cell, inside the cell. Now, if I'm talking inside the cell, how many cells do you all have in your body? It's 50 trillion cells. It is equally divided, and definitely it is creating a situation wherein most of your what is happening is uh, okay, most of the mechanisms is all happening at your cellular level. Now, how much is it in the extracellular fluid? It's only 14 liters. Even that is also. Now, this probably you would have noticed. Suddenly your foot gets swollen. Suddenly your eyes, puffy eyes, When you go to the doctor will say a lot of fluid and they will give you a tablet to pass more urine. Now, what is happening is, when you say passing urine, is most of the fluid, whatever the extracellular fluid of 14 liters you have, right? If you have more than 14 liters, that means everything will start swelling up. So automatically that is the water which we suck it out and then pass it on to the kidneys to clear it up. Other than that, in the blood and plasma is only 3 liters and transcellular is 1 liter. So hydration is so important that your cell, for its function, let us look into one cell function. If it needs to function properly, it needs to have a minimal amount of water. So that means to say you need to consume the right amount of water for you on a daily basis. It is not just one day and then you carry on thinking that everything. No, it has to be on a daily basis, consistently, the required amount of water you need to drink. Number one. Number two, it depends on the environmental factors. If you're in the air condition all the time, of course, you may not even feel thirsty. If you're in a hot climate outside working in the fields, probably you're a civil engineer working in the fields, what will happen? You need to drink more water. It's not just the required amount of 2.5 to 3 liters. You may have to consume a little more water to your body. Other than that, what are the nutrients you are giving? What are the electrolytes you are giving? Everything plays a very, very important role. So here, cellular health is very, very important. Cellular hydration is also very important, because once cellular hydration is good, automatically your DNA is healthy. If your DNA is healthy, every day there are thousands of cells dividing into daughter cells, and then it is transmitting the same information from one cell to another cell. So if your cell is damaged due to what I would say environmental factors, your food factors, even your mind energy factors, the DNA starts disintegrating, picking up all the wrong signals. Haven't you seen this while you're over the phone, suddenly you will hear another person inside talking, but they both will be talking together, but you cannot tell them stop talking, because there is an interconnection which has already happened during the talking system. Now, in the same way, you just visualize that your cell is speaking to the external factor where you're talking about the phone vibration, your external radiation. There are so many other factors coming in. Your DNA will be receiving those signals also. But the problem is the DNA, many times what will happen is it will receive all those wrong signals inside, and it will think that that is the right signal and keep it with it. Because it feels that when you give more of those, for example, you're supposed to use your phone maximum of 5 to 10 minutes in a given time. That means you receive a call, it should be between 5 to maximum 10 minutes, in one call. But how many of us follow this technique of 5 to 10 minutes maximum? So sometimes we'll be talking over the phone for hours together. Now that means that is the amount of radiation. Imagine your Wi-Fi. It is also, your phone is connected to the Wi-Fi. It's not wired, If it is wired, at least you're safe a little bit. That's why those days, if you look at the telephones, all were lined. That means wherever you are, you have to come near the phone, pick up the phone and then speak. So the radiation was very less. But today with the mobile phone, wireless technology, we all are facing a situation of indirect damage to our DNAs. It is happening, whether you like it or not, it is happening. Now, at least look into the area where what you can control, what you can do. Drinking water plays a very, very important role. So that is where you need to consume the right amount of water. That is where terahertz comes into play. Other than this, if you're going to drink less of water, what happens? Even though you have water to drink, but still you're not drinking, what happens? Definitely dehydration happens, and it does. The cellular dehydration goes unnoticed, and there are a lot of imbalances happening inside the cellular fluid and extracellular fluid as well. So So when the waste is retained back in the cell and the outside, what happens? It affects your DNA, how it reads. So automatically, these are all called the epigenetic factors. These are the one which actually determines the process of your disease. If you're giving a lot of unfavorable messages to the DNA through your radiation, through your food, through your thought patterns, definitely it gets affected. Only thing is, I cannot prove it to you showing that what you thought negatively, that is why your cell is being affected. I cannot show it because what you think is within yourself. We don't even know outside what you're thinking. So you need to understand, you have to know yourself best before you look for solution outside. So there are a lot of many diseases because of the cellular dehydration, but there are a lot of beautiful testimonies by Terahertz group and people drinking this water wherein they have improved tremendously even within a week's time. Definitely there are a lot of good news out there for us. And very sorry state, but we are in that situation, but it's still okay. Today in this group, whoever we are here, please drink the sufficient amount of water. Then from there we will move forward. Okay, some people I have heard, in the past few 1-2 months, I have been listening to people talking, oh, I drink 4 liters of water, I drink 5 liters of water. Let me tell you, if you're overhydrating, what will happen? There can be headache, nausea, feeling like vomiting. Then there can be intoxication, which can produce a much more serious problem. What is it? Drowsiness. Just imagine you drink a lot of water and your brain starts swelling. What will happen? You can have muscle weakness. Now, this is where I have noticed many people, when they are drinking terahertz water and a lot of water has gone inside, you can have muscle cramps. Why? Because the sodium, potassium, chloride, everything is washed off. Now, everything is washed off, then how your muscle is going to work? You will definitely get cramps. You will feel grumpy. You will feel drowsy. You will feel irritated. All this can happen. But how do we know? That is when what you need to do is add a little bit of bamboo salt is one of the best way to, or you can go for ORS, which is available in the pharmacies. ORS is a oral rehydration salt. Just mix it in water and drink it. So you need to have a very balance. Now, overhydration also can increase your blood pressure. Can you believe this? You can have some double vision, confusion, inability to identify. All this can happen, difficulty in breathing. That is where you need to be a little more careful here, because I need to caution you that when you're drinking, especially terahertz water, its absorption is amazing and fantastic. So what will happen? You must be cautious. If you're going to drink more water, for example, you're drinking a normal water of 3 liters and this water is around 1.1 to 1.5. Good enough, it will hydrate your body very well. So you cannot equate a normal water, drinking your tap water or your filtered water outside, and with the terahertz water or any other resonated water which has the same features like a terahertz water of frequency of 7.6, 7.83, or even 10 or 20 terahertz. It doesn't matter. As long as your cell is able to pick up the water, it will definitely cause overhydration. So just be cautious on overhydration. Now, what is terahertz? Terahertz is basically terahertz is a wave. Where is it? It is in between your microwave and infrared. It is a terahertz technology. Of course, it was picked up sometime in 1980s. And after that, there is a lot of talking about it. And there are a lot. In 2004, of course, the developed countries like US, Holland, then UK, and there are a lot of other countries who have been looking, including Germany, Russia. They have been looking into the terahertz technology. And then out of the blues, what happened is there are a lot of other usage, which I will not go into details, like your aviation industries, the next 6G mobile, and in my medical profession, the future MRIs and X-rays. Then to detect fake medicines, we are going to use the terahertz technology. Customs is going to use terahertz. But here today, we are going to use the water. And of course, this particular product is manufactured in China with a lot of research they have done, and they picked up this beautiful terahertz technology, and they came out with this device which is actually emitting a terahertz wave, which is acceptable. And of course, they have more than 14 certification from different assessing bodies in China, right from the military to the aviation industry. They have taken all the certification, and they have done a lot of testings on the terahertz over the water. Now, what happens is there are a lot of benefits you can get when you expose the water to a low frequency resonation, which is the terahertz. What happens? It has got an antibacterial effect, antiviral effect, antifungal effect, antioxidant effect, anti-radiation. Viscosity is quite high, -6. As I told you, if the engine oil is a normal engine oil, of course, you would have seen engine oil with minerals. But if you look at the latest vehicles, most of them use synthetic engine oils, which has got a very, very high viscosity. So what does it mean? If you have a high viscosity, the engine running is more smooth. You cannot listen to the engine noise. But if you're taking a 50-year-old vehicle and then see the engine definitely has a little noise, because the engine oil, what they were using the previous time, is definitely a little, not the viscosity is not that very high. In the same way, when your water viscosity is very low, what happens is it's able to glide down inside your vessels. It is able to glide down inside your cells. So the lubrication of it is much, much better. Now, if you want to test it, what you can do is just spray the terahertz water on your face. You take photograph before and after. Wait for 15 to 20 minutes. Go on spraying the terahertz water for 15-20 minutes and see the amount of hydration you see on your face. Definitely, it will be much better, because the absorption of this particular thing is much better. The viscosity is so on the minus side that it is smooth. Other than that, the absorption of this particular terahertz technology resonated water, it's very, very high. So if it is high, what happens? Automatically, of course, your basal metabolic rate of your cell is increased. If the cell's metabolism is increased, like for example, Angie was sharing something wherein there was a person with a thyroid problem, and after 4-5 months of drinking terahertz water, the thyroid problem has come down. Now, how did it happen? If you look at the way it works, of course, you're looking at a lot of situation where the reason for the thyroid problem, in my assessment, would be probably a lot of toxic metals and toxic radiation, which has been preventing the thyroid hormones to be metabolized. And that's why your blood level of thyroid hormones are a little high. And the doctors, of course, put you on a treatment. But when you're consuming this water, what would have happened is it neutralizes all the toxin. So automatically the signaling is much better. Your cellular reading is much better. So automatically you will start healing. So do you want to give the benefit onto the water or onto your cell? I would prefer it is your cell which is doing the job. Of course, terahertz water is another outside one. It's like the chicken and the egg story, which came first. So let's not get into the discussion about it. But at the end of the day, your body, I feel, it's the most beautiful machine which nobody can recreate it. And it does its own job on its the way it has been manufactured. You need to just help it. Now, the most beautiful part of this low frequency water is it's a linear arrangement. That means it's standing in one queue. It's like a group of people entering a particular area or a window or a door. If too many people cannot rush in. If it is on a single basis, everybody can go in. So in the same way, when the water is on a linear technology, definitely it has a benefit. Other than that, Dr. Gunn from Singapore, he has given a lot of information and looking into the super benefit of the telomere. These are all inside your cell and the DNA level. Telomere, it elongates. There must be a particular measurement, and as you go on aging, it will become smaller. But when you are drinking sufficient amount of water and there are a lot of healing properties happening, automatically your telomere goes back to. That means it helps in longevity. You can live a little longer, more healthier, and it can give a balance to your disease situation. Now, main benefits of drinking the terahertz water or the low frequency water is easy absorption, better removal of toxic waste materials from your body cells and tissue, better hydration of the cell, and better absorption of nutrients. Simple. You don't have to get complicated. These are the benefits you get when you're drinking this water. So what happens when you get the benefit? What are the benefits on the other side? Your cells are healthy. The functions of the cells are much better. The better disease control. Definitely, isn't it a good news? Of course, if you have some diseases, dis-ease, that means there is a little disruption of your easiness, means you are not at ease. That is why it is called dis-ease. So when you're not at ease and this water can help you to become a little ease, why not look into it? So if at all you're in illness, it gives you an opportunity to get into wellness. So wellness is basically we, means it's a collective phenomena. Illness is I, wherein you are only involved in it. It is not the group of people outside involved in it. When you say you have a disease, it's your responsibility, right? But when you're talking about wellness, we all are involved. How? Today, here in the Zoom meeting, so many people are there. I am here with my beautiful experience. I am sharing it. So the will, we is there. So we are all united here on this platform to share the good news, and you all have to pick this information and start working on it. And on the top, you're seeing low frequency oscillation of a cell is between 0.5 to 15 hertz. Living cells resonate between 0.3 to 13 hertz. So the same way, if you're looking at the cancer cells, of course, they're all working at a higher frequency. So if there is a lot of higher frequency, of course, the cancer cells will be very happy to grow because they want that. But if you give them the low frequency, definitely not. In the same way, if you're looking at even COVID, if your energy fields are very good and high, it is being told that somewhere between 25 and above, if your frequency is there, your corona cannot come near. Any organism, forget corona, any organism, virus, bacteria, they all work below 5. If you're 25 is very good. If you're 100 is fantastic. If you're 200, no disease can come near you. So this is where even the energy fields, the vibration, the frequency outside, your mind is the one which all does this beautiful job of creating the frequency. Look into it. So move from illness to wellness. Now, this is something today I just picked up. How many of you know about this particular water? We all know H2O is water, right? There is something called easy water, which of course, this guy in US picked up this particular. He's looking, I think he should be getting a Nobel Prize for inventing this particular H3O2. That means there is a 3 hydrogen molecule with 2 oxygen. And what the most beautiful property of this is, the moment you put this easy water, all the dirt, all the organism, they just move away. This I saw on a video with Dr. Gunn. He had showed me this. It's an amazing video where this particular easy water, when it is there, it automatically. So this particular easy water technology has been used to actually desalinate water, seawater. It has been used to clear the sludge or the dirty water and make purified water. There are a lot of technologies out there, but I would say we need to wait and see how the terahertz water, will it be equally matching to the same H3O2? Is we need to bring out a lot of more information. I'm waiting for it, and from there we can do. So more or less our terahertz water also is working in the same pattern as our easy water. So now you need to think out of the box. That is where this particular doctor, Dr. Luc Montagnier, Nobel laureate, what he did dissolve the bacterial DNA and the water and resonated with the low frequency called the Schumann's energy of 7.83. Please remind yourself, when you talk about Schumann's energy, is 7.83 hertz. That's it. Now, if you're talking 9 hertz, it's not Schumann's energy. You're talking below that is not Schumann's energy. Schumann's is a specific 7.83 hertz. If your machine can produce that, that means it has to be Schumann's energy. So there are a lot of instruments available outside who are creating Schumann's energy, and the water is resonated, and then of course a lot of benefits are there. So what this guy has done is, and he found that the DNA could be reconstructed, but when he removed the Schumann's energy, it failed to retain the DNA information, and when the resonance was amplified, automatically the DNA began to organize itself. So there is some good news for us, that we need to look at the terahertz. Water also can do the same thing, because our terahertz is around 7.6. So there must be some good benefits, but we need a lot of documentation, which probably in the future we should be getting it. And that is where every person or every scientist on this platform, on the universe, who has invented something new, they were thinking out of the box. If you are thinking within the box, 100%, let me guarantee you, you are stuck with the disease. For example, if you are looking at a disease and stuck inside a box, you will be with the disease only until you die. You're with the disease. You have to get out of the box, get to think, what can I do? How can I help my body? Your job is to, how can you help your body? That is it. And you are the best person in the world to know what is best for you. I can, as a doctor, give you, okay, try this out, try that out. I can know how your backyard is. If your backyard has been with a lot of unfavorable situations, you need to correct it first. You correct it and then start moving forward. So what I wish to say is, are you carrying the 2020 backlog with you? Are you carrying the baggage of 2020 with you? The one thing goodness happened in my journey in 2020 is in the COVID, during the COVID, there were a lot of beautiful benefits. I could help a lot of patients, and there were a lot of wonderful coming across Terahertz technology. This instrument came to me. It was in September end, and now it's almost 3 months. There are a lot of beautiful things I picked up, and I'm working on it. And at the end of the day, I take responsibility and I work on it, and I want to share this to you all. 2021 is, I have put it in a much more bigger. So look at a bigger picture in your life. Forget whatever happened in 2020. It's still okay. Let's start something new. Let's start looking at. So balance is the key for 2021. Do not overdo things and do not underdo things. Let it be a balance. So when you're balanced in everything, your journey starts moving forward. In this, just imagine you have a little bit of giddiness. Or would I go? What is happening? When you go to an ENT specialist or even come to me as an ENT surgeon, what I will say, there is an imbalance in your apparatus inside your ear. That is where you're imbalanced. So what happens? I give you some medicine, little bit to balance your body. Just one day, 1 second, if you get imbalanced, you cannot even move around. Just one time. So imagine you have been doing all the wrong things all through your life, imbalanced lifestyle, imbalanced thinking, imbalanced food habits, imbalanced day-to-day life. Do you expect a life, your body to respond in the same way and become balanced? And then, just because you're drinking Terahertz water, you need to become a beautiful, healthy individual? No, it doesn't work that way. Look into it, have a balance in everything what you do. So what is a message I wish to give you? Nobody has died because of drinking water. This is a very frank, open statement I will make. Nobody has died because of drinking water. That's it. Now, when that is the situation, what has Terahertz to do? Terahertz is a beautiful technology, and that water is doing a great job to out there to the people. Start low. It's always safe to start with 500 ml. You need to sip the water. It's just like you are drinking alcohol. Nobody will drink alcohol 1 shot 200 ml. Nobody will do that. They will sip it every time 5 to 10 ml to 15 ml. The same way, when you sip Terahertz water, little by little, you give an opportunity for your body to get absorbed immediately right from your mouth until your stomach. It gets absorbed. So you don't even allow the water to get inside and go to the kidneys for it to, put on a pressure. But when the cell starts drinking this water, what happens? It starts doing its job. It's an automatic phenomena. So divide the water of 100 ml each every time. This is a very simple concept I would give you every time for better absorption, especially for the kidneys, lungs, and heart diseases. Because out there, a lot of people will have all these problems. So please be a little careful. You can actually dilute the water with normal water, and then whatever water you have been, see, very important, probably if you're drinking Cove or whatever the water you're drinking at home, your body is used to it. Now what you need to understand is, you want to introduce Terahertz water into your body. It's always better you bring in Terahertz water slowly, you bring in inside and then start merging it to your body, so that the body realizes that you are changing your water system, so that it understands and then it starts functioning, so that you don't give a shock. It's like, you drink more water, suddenly the body thinks, what, this guy is drinking so much of water, and that too a different with a more powerful one like Terahertz water. Of course, the body doesn't know it's a Terahertz water. It knows there is something more powerful. So automatically your body will react to it. Whether you want the body to respond or react, it is up to you to give an option. Now stop looking for cures of your diseases, please. Very important. If you're looking for cure as a disease, I would say just go to your backyard. Look in the past 1 year, what all good things you did for your body. How was your food habits? What did you do just for 1 year? You write it down. Once you write it down, you will know that what time you had your food, what time. See, most of us don't understand. In Malaysia, we all have 24 hours restaurant. You're not supposed to eat food after 10 o'clock. Come on. People are so mad, why are they going and eating food after 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, supper, it seems. I don't understand. Early morning, this guy's the McDonald's is open, and I have seen people 4:30, 5 o'clock going and eating a chicken, and these are all heavy things. You want to put your body into, as I told you, the machine also finds it difficult. Your body is not a machine. Please, it is a beautiful system in creation. You need to blend with it, look after it like a, it's like a fragile, one mosquito, dengue mosquito, can kill you. Just a small mosquito. That's your fragility. When you are so fragile, how should you handle your body? You need to be very, very beautiful in taking care of your body. Please do it. Allow your body to access healing. Very important. Access healing means it wants to become better. So give an opportunity. Keep positive approach lifestyle. Practice everything on a day-to-day basis. And you have to take responsibility. You take responsibility, everything will start falling in place. When you do this, let me guarantee you, let me assure you that you all will be very healthy. The same group who are all here today, take a challenge for the next 6 months, work on yourself, change the way you are today. And let me tell you, after 6 months, let's all join together. We'll have a meeting together. Maybe we'll have a party together. All the healthy individuals who overcome diseases, please, we all will do it. Why not? That is where I want to help every individual. So the best way is sipping. So you need to understand your body before you talk about blaming. So no more blaming game. Okay, and no more complaining game. Do not do these two. Very important. What you're going to do, compliment your body, compliment your thoughts, compliment your situation around you, compliment it. If something is coming into you, that's a blessing. See, imagine in Malaysia we are almost 30 million population. Do you think the 30 million people are using Terahertz water? No, it's only few people. And now why is that? Definitely, I guarantee you, not the whole 30 million people in the next 10 years will be drinking only Terahertz water. No, it doesn't happen. It won't happen also. It's always 5 to 10% or 20%. That's it. Now, if you're among the people who came about this technology and there is something good about it, go for it, look for the beneficial effect, be positive in it, and start working on it. So what you need to do, take charge. Take charge today. At the same time, I have put something on the left side. Stop feeding your body with the wrong substances. And people out there, already we have enough of pollution. We have enough of nonsense outside because of the industrialization, vehicular pollution, everything is there. Added to that, if you see the smokers out there, I want to let you, please request you, please do consider reduce your smoking and stop smoking. It's not at all a good thing what you're doing. You are not only polluting your own body, but you're polluting your outer environment. Environment is so beautiful. And imagine there are a lot of animals out there. They are also finding it so difficult. So there are a lot of things we all need to become human being. Being is, you have to have that feeling of empathy. If you don't have a feeling of empathy, then you don't call yourself as a human being. You don't have to live on this planet Earth. You need to go somewhere else. When you're a human being, these are the qualities. Please re-look into whatever you are and change the way you want to live and be happy, be healthy. Now, do not overhydrate yourself with either terahertz water or underhydrate. Start with low consumption. Make your body to respond. This is, I repeat, make your body to respond. Your body will respond when you take it in a slow little manner. You can mix this water with your normal drink. For example, as I told you, Kowe water you're drinking, take 50 ml of Kowe water, 50 ml of our Terahertz, mix it up, drink and see. Make your body, it should just blend with it and start moving forward. You can prepare drinks with Terahertz water. That means to say you can mix coffee, tea, you want to prepare your food, you want to wash your vegetables, you want to cook your everything can be done. It can be done because it's an amazing tool for all these natural things so that it can taste better. Now, do not jump into conclusion of the water, as it's always safer to be within the limits. Balance, 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 which is very, very important. Now, from the medical perspective, once again, unless we have papers showing, okay, this is a research, 1,000 people have drank this water, these are the benefits we have got, and it is approved by our medical board, then it's easy for me to say, okay, fine, do. So that's why I always put this disclaimer: we do not claim or proclaim any medical cure and drinking the steroids water, but you have to, as an individual, look into it and take responsibility and move forward. So once again, I think it's almost an hour. Fantastic time I spent with you all. I'm really very happy in this new year 2021. And thanks from all of us from the Terahertz family, Singapore, India, and Malaysia. And a special thanks to Mr. Wong, Mr. Neo, Angie, and Akanksha, who have been doing a great job in assisting me to share this beautiful knowledge with you all. So once again, thank you all for giving me this opportunity until I come back in the next week. Of course, it will be on the gut system only. Probably I will go a little more detail onto the stomach and a little bit on the intestine. And then from there, you all see how you want to become more healthier. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.